Alright, welcome back guys. Today's gonna be a pretty banger video. Probably gonna be one of the best videos yet that I've ever made in regards to DeFi Kingdom. So we're gonna go over how to find the perfect hero for you. Okay? So when it comes down to hero buying, it does come down to a few different things. Um, let's make another one. So number one, what is your budget? Do you have 100 Joule to work with? Do you have 500 Joule to work with? Number two is, do you want to breed? Do you want to summon? If you want to do summoning and breeding, you definitely need this chart. You also definitely need this. And you also need this. So the first link would be hero, your summoning chances. What are the percentage chance of you getting X, Y, or Z? If you're summoning and breeding, bare minimum, I recommend you to have at least 250 Joule. Keep in mind, Joule is around $7-8 right now at the time of me filming this. Preferably have at least 400 to 600. Preferably 1,000. But bare minimum would be 170, 200. More the better. And you'll know why as we go deeper and deeper into it. Are you doing it for professions? For questing? And by the way, it could be 1, 2, and 3. These all may or may not affect you. Because if you're just doing professions and questing, all you want to do is take them to the professions, take them out for foraging, fishing, mining, or gardening, and you just want to make those daily rewards. By the way, you can usually take them out 3 times. I like to see you got to take these heroes out for a walk, like your pets, like a dog, right? And take them out 2-3 times a day. If you're just trying to quest, perhaps you have a lot of locked Joule, that'd be mining for you. Mining is very expensive in the short term right now in terms of buying a hero. Fishing and foraging, if you're not willing to wait 4 hours. Gardening is the cheapest hero in my opinion right now by quite a big landslide if you take a few minutes to look at the marketplace. Foraging and fishing usually takes a few minutes. You take them out for the full 25 or 15. I usually do a bare minimum 10, preferably 15 to 25 stamina. For those that don't know, stamina is loaded up here. And just to go over this, a card real quickly. Yes. So 10 means there's 10 summons left. Not that I've summoned 10 times. Common FAQ for beginners. Stamina is also the same thing. There's 9 out of 25. I've used all 25, so it's regenerating. A full stam bar is around 8 hours. XP is what you get from questing. So each time you quest, full stamina, or it doesn't need to be full stamina, you get an X amount of XP. Sometimes you get no XP. That's happened to me before. And every single time you quest, this number goes higher and higher. Is there anything else? figuring out which profession, I guess. So if you have a lot of lock jewel, I should probably get a new keyboard for YouTube. It's kind of loud. A lot of lock jewel. What is a lot of lock jewel? I'd say 1,000 up. I mean, preferably like 10,000. Some people don't even think 1,000 is much. Then maybe go mining. You could also do mining specifically for gold mining. That's also fine. So we can recap, right? Foraging and fishing are quick. They're quick. A few minutes. Preferably 3 times a day. If you don't do 3 times, you're not really maximizing. I sometimes, on a busy day, only get 2 full stand bars done. So every day you should get around 2.5 full stand bars. If not more. That means that you're doing this quite effectively. Gardening, to recap for you guys, you gotta wait a few hours. You gotta wait for it to charge up. You gotta wait for it to charge up the stamina. You gotta wait for it to do the questing. And I made my first DFK video was me sending out 12 of my gardeners, and they brought back some stuff. So patience, but it might also work perfectly for you, right? Let's just say you're working a part-time job. Send them out for gardening, come back in a few hours. Okay. What do I think is the best profession right now? Short term? Well, that depends actually. If you're doing breeding, in the short term, mining is the best right now. This isn't built into the efficiency of the market, but as the market gets more efficient, R1, so recessive 1 mining, is going to worth more and more. So for me, when I see a R1, let's see if one of my heroes has it. It was probably this guy. So you can check by going to this tool. So this guy has a recessive 1 mining, so it adds a certain X percentage. So we can just throw these guys into the profession real quick. I don't even know what this thing is. But we'll ignore that. So it added a decent amount of mining. I think around 0.8 to 0.10, 0.11-ish. This guy, he's a dominant mining. So dominant mining, 36? I think it's 36%. I don't bother to really memorize it, but over time, once you do it a million times, you're gonna memorize it. So it's around 36 from this, around 10% from recessive 1. Sorry for the beginners, that might be going a little too fast. I realize that is one of my flaws, but please go back like 20 seconds if you want to rewatch that. I also think fishing and foraging is amazing right now. Like for me to wait 3-4 hours and set a timer on my phone and come here, it's quite inconvenient at times. But I'm always at home because I work from home. So it works out decently fine for me, but I do tend to go out. So I lose efficiency in gardening. So let's actually answer this question of like, what is the best profession and what is the best right now by actually getting my hands dirty and going into the tavern. Make sure you're on beta, because I think game.defikingdoms, it's not as updated. But beta is almost always better, in my opinion. Another thing to kind of note down is generations. So what determines the value of a hero? Summons remaining. Generation. So is it Gen 1, Gen 2? Profession. blue and green stat. So we'll look at this guy real quick. You also click on this to quick refresh. This is someone's paper handing this, or they just summon this and they just want to get rid of it. Because I do not believe it's worth 38. I would say at least 40, 41, but he wants to get rid of it quick. It's a virgin, so virgins they've never been summoned before. And virgins are the cheapest to summon with, so there's value. Let's check this guy out. So Foraging Pirate. Hopefully you can still see my screen. Foraging Pirate is not the best, so 90 is not the best. I would say 110 and up is great. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Luck is fine. Foraging Int is perfect, but Knights are the worst. Basic. Wait. Foraging. Knights are the worst basic forgers. It's basic as in basic class, advanced class, elite class, exalted. And out of all 15 heroes or classes, Paladin is the worst forger. And second worst fishing. So that also determines the floor values and why this guy's all the way down here. Like, we don't care that Int is matching up with foraging. This is actually fine. I would pick this up if I was brand new, low budget. I just want to take him out to questing. Foraging is amazing because it's quick. It's the floor. So I'm rather conservative with all my investments. To the extent where it needs to be as low risk as possible for an X amount of reward. So it might be medium or high reward. This is like medium to high reward. I mean, it's great as luck. Foraging score would be Dex plus Int, so 9 plus 5. 14 is not amazing, but it's fine. But the increased luck chance, I think it does affect you to some extent. So if I'm trying to buy the cheapest and best, this is actually the cheapest and best. And you get one airdrop token. So you get one golden ticket to Willy Wonka, Chocolate Factory. Because anything above 100,000, there's the airdrop up until, I believe, the 16th. But please double check that. Real quickly, airdrops are something that defikingdoms does to incentivize certain things. So this would be incentivizing new summons and holding on to your summons. Gen 2s are also fine because Virgin summons are 26. Virgin Gen 3s are 36. I never summon past Gen 3. Preferably, I never summon with Gen 2s, but if it's a minor case, I'm down. And by the way, I'm actually doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a amazing lineup for you guys. I'm summoning with my good friend Jay. So this will be for 2/12/2022. Summon with Jay. He has a minor. Gen 2, 7 of 8. So that's going to cost me 28. Because it's going to be second summon. 28. Plus, I never recommend mismatching Gen 1s and Gen 2s for summoning. But because I have a Gen 1 Archer, that's 7 of 10. So it's been 3 times already. I'm going to be using the 4th one, so 22. It's going to cost me a total of 50, which is higher than my normal. But my normal is extremely low. I do a lot of floor rolls. I scalp the marketplace. actively for hours a day, typically 2-3 hours a day, refreshing. I have the time, and I've made a decent amount of profits through flipping. Well, through flipping, finding value, and summoning. Summoning is where I make all my money. Flipping, I'm surprised I made money because really you buy the hero, it loses asset value because you're summoning with it. But the summons I get make up for that. And in a lot of cases, they more than make up for it. The floor of these guys, 5 of 5 summoners, 5 of 5 summoner, around 140, 150 jewelish. I'm not even being conservative here. This is actually being conservative. Ish. Depending on when you look at the market. So if I would pick up this one over this one by a landslide. If this was 40, I'd still pick it up over this. Alright, so that's that. So let's go over the next scenario. You have a bit more money. You have a bit more money, and you want to do summoning, and you want to make profits like I am. And I know, and I unhid these rows, and you saw it. It took me 14, 13 tries to hit my first mutation, which is class up, 14% chance. I should be hitting 1 every 7. My friend Prince hit mutations 4 times in a row. Got 2 DKs, 2 Dragoons. Absolutely insane. But odds are not that bad. And if you don't land that, you're looking for the 12% rare, 27% uncommon. So odds are you will make money if your cost to buy of a hero is worth it. And worth it is a hard number to find out because for me, I'm extremely strict with my rules. If they don't fit it, I don't buy it. So being strict and disciplined in your buying strategy will allow high profits. And the way I've rolled, I think I'm below average and lucky, but I've kept myself very, very disciplined in how much I'm buying it to allow me to get it, to get profits, like very good profits. Like this is within 27 till now, so it's been 2 weeks and a day. Yeah, like that's pretty damn good. And this is realized. I haven't sold these guys yet. I can sell them for profits, but I haven't found the right buyer yet. So another strategy for breeders is to build relationships with people and sell peer-to-peer. You can list them privately on Marketplace so there's no scams going on. Never send a hero directly to someone's wallet. Just don't do it. If they're your best friend from elementary or high school, maybe. That's on you. So you have a bit more money, right? You got a bit more money, and you want to make a lot more money. This is what we would do. You would do this for at least an hour a day. If you're serious about this, at least commit an hour a day. If you don't, that's on you. You're looking for 10 of 10s, 9 of 10s, 8 of 10s, 7 of 10s, Gen 1s. Only Gen 1s. Why? Because it's the best. You're going to have to trust me on that. I can do the quick math. You buy 2 Gen 1 10 of 10s for $80, 80 jewel each. That's 160. You'll probably sell them at around 4 to 10 or 5 to 10. So let's just say minus 90. So you sell both of them for 90, 45 each. That's about what it is right now. Could be more, could be less. So you're left with 70. It costs exactly 100 on each side. every hero to do the summons, to run it down from 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Each hero, right? So 2 Gen 1s. So that's exactly 200. So we had 270. 270 divided by 5. 54 per summon. Your first summon is going to be at least a 9 of 9 or a 5 of 5 advanced class. 9 of 9 sell a decent amount. You should still be losing a little bit of money, I'm assuming. But I'm going to go over that math another day because this is more a beginner video. Odds are, out of these 5 rolls, you're going to roll at least one of these. 1 advance. Preferably a row 2. But that's where a majority of your profits come from. That's what you're mainly looking at. But if you hit the rares, legendary, or mythic, then you get an extraordinary amount of profits. Today, our friend Jay summoned, and he got a legendary. So, it happens. Like, it does. Quite often. Let's just look at 10 of 10s real quick. Archer, Guarding. Like I said, Guarding is the most undervalued right now. Or the most least valued, undervalued, and worth the least. Not because... Well, yes, they are the worst gardeners. Yes. But finding the actual fucking issue is finding a thief. Cheapest thief is 105. So that's why I almost never go through the archer and thief. But tomorrow I have the opportunity to do that because he has a thief and I have an archer. And he's down to hire it out to me. 22 minutes. Not bad. For advanced level video. Take out thief. Let's look at 9 of 10s. Let's see if we find any value. So 80, 78. Well, we can finish looking through this real quick, right? So priest. Priest is bad because priests are shitty at fishing. Shiny has no value, but it looks cool. So you do what you want with that. Archer fishing. Where is that? Archer fishing. Pretty low down there. But the issue is DK. DK is the worst. So if you get that mutation and you get a Dark Knight, you never want to Archer Fisher. Unless it's really, really, really cheap. Same goes for Wizard, Foraging Warrior. Paladin is the worst Forager. Wizard. So I'm just saying out loud what I'm thinking, but I'd usually just scroll through this in 10 seconds or 20 seconds because I need to flip them. And kind of know what's worth it or not. So right now, I would actually not get any of these. You could. Then you just do floor rolls and they're not terrible. Because what can you do with this over here? You could put a wizard and a priest together. I mean, I could calculate a quick floor roll for you guys. So you're just trying to be a cheap breeder. There's actually absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because I love doing that. $14.22 ninja, interesting. It's fine. 13% mining. That's not good on the right side of the tree. Left side of the tree is amazing for mining, but any miner is worth something now. That's fine. 75% fishing. Yeah, you don't really want a fishing summoner, but a 5 of 5 summoner would still be 120, 130. So you're fine. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to really look at here. Like, it wouldn't be bad if he did that. Because they're so cheap right now. 10 of 10s, I don't think they should be 80. They should be around 90 at least. That's just my opinion. After looking hours and hours for around 2 weeks now. Every single day. We can compare this wizard real quick. So I can kind of show you, oh, let's just say you do have two options. Which one is better? That one is shiny, so the eye gravitates towards that one. So the shiny is 1, 2, 4. Fishing, foraging, fishing, gardening. Foraging is great. Foraging, do. So this one's better. The not shiny is better. Honestly, they're actually really close. I don't really care. Monk. Without going too deep into it, they're about the same. I would actually maybe get this one because it's 1 jewel cheaper, so you save yourself $8, and it's a shiny, and it's a wizard. Luck works with the fishing. So yeah, I'll pick up this and this and roll it. So you save $1 here because 88 you average. So you're at like 159 if you buy these two. I would approve of that. Just because it's so cheap right now. Let's see if we can find any value. So one other thing I do is look at the value, 9 of 10s. So this would be 10, what's the floor right now? 478. So this is 8 cheaper. I don't think it's worth it. But we can look at it real quick. Fishing, gardening. Yeah, gardening. You don't want a gardening ninja unless you're trying to go for sage. But any ninja's fine right now. So ninjas are also in high demand right now. Something you need to note down. And mining is in high demand right now. 60. There's actually some value here. So 10 cheaper. Warrior fishing, yeah. Not ideal, but if you have a knight, then I would maybe buy it because 60 is really cheap. 7 cheaper than the floor. But you really don't want a fishing paladin. Paladin's a paladin though. If it's a paladin with a recessive 1 mining, that's fine. I can justify that. So we're going down from 60 or 67. I don't think that 60 belongs there, to 48. So you can extract a decent amount of value buying 7 of 10s, actually. So if I were selling, I would actually sell at 8 of 10 over selling 9 of this. Something I might know. I might just roll down to 8 and sell based off the current market. We'll see though, because I usually roll down to 4 or 5 for my summons. Pirate, gardening. So we're trying to go for that monk. That's fine. Wisdom. So you're trying to go for the sage. Yeah, these are fine. So you have a monk to go with it. 59 though. Maybe just buy this. I would actually buy this and then find a monk to go with it. Sometimes to find good deals, you just buy one of it. Ooh, gardening paladin is really good. Yeah, so I thought this is actually amazing. It's also level 2. I would buy this. I would buy this. If I sold everything in my portfolio right now, I would actually buy this. Like starting fresh. Because then I'll just look for a knight. I would maybe even justify myself from buying this guy, but it's fishing. So maybe I'll just wait. I would almost never hire for your other half. Almost never do that. Almost never. Just because you're paying more for a summon. 0% mining, so none of these guys have R1 mining. Of course. 40%, you don't want fishing, you don't want foraging. But if you get it, it's fine if it's a paladin. Floor paladins, I don't look at this one enough because I focus on the right side of the tree more so. 5 of 5. So freshly summoned 130. Gen 3. So that belongs there. Gen 2. So Gen 2 is you're summoning with Gen 1. So you get fishing. Foraging. Yeah. Foraging's bad too. So your floor, if you get that gardening,